Adam twists the gene, the body, the mind, even the soul. In desperation, I turn to Adam's most innocent victims, the little sisters. With you as their protector.
Hey everyone, welcome to the daily demo. I am joined by Ryan Mattson of 2K Marin, who's the lead designer on the Protector trials for new DLC for BioShock 2. Ryan, what can you tell us about this new content?
So the Protector Trials is a new game mode based on the Little Sister Gather and Ambush gameplay from the original game. You play as an Alpha Series Big Daddy, not Subject Delta from the original, just a different Alpha Series. And Dr. Tenenbaum has enlisted your help to steal as much Adam as you can from Sophia Lamb. You remember from the original game, Sophia Lamb was trying to hoard all the Adam for herself. So this is kind of Tenenbaum's ace in the hole to steal as much as she can. And we've created a more arcade-like action experience with this particular game mode.
Okay, cool. Let's jump right into it.
Let's do it. So the Protector Trials is made up of 6 unique environments based on locations found throughout Rapture. We've got the Pauper's Drop Market, the church from Siren Alley. There's a couple others that aren't unlocked at this point in time. We will unlock those later as we play, and I can explain a little bit more about that. For this particular one, let's go in the Atlantic Express train upkeep. This is actually where you had met Tenenbaum in the original game for the first time. And so we've got 3 trials for each environment. Trial 1, 2, and 3 all have 1, 2, and sort of 3 stars that they'll give you. It gets a little bit harder as you go on for the trials. And the trials themselves are also differentiated based on the weapons, plasmids, tonics, and ammo that you'll have in the trials. They all confer different strategies that you want to use to complete them successfully. For instance, this first trial here is very hacking oriented. The second trial is a little bit more trap oriented, so you're going to kind of stay a little bit further out of the action. And the third trial is very drill oriented. The tonics themselves help you out with the drill. You're really going to have to get in there and fight the splicers face to face, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. For this case, though, let's take trial 2 as a test run. And again, trial 2, like I said earlier, is a little bit more strategic and tactical in its play. You're going to have to stay out of the combat. You're going to be using these traps, the trap ammo, the trap plasmids. Cyclone Trap 2, for instance, you can charge up with Electro Bolt, does a lot more damage. Decoy 2 damages splicers who attack it. And then all the trap ammos that are available, prox mines, trap spears, and trap rivets as well are going to be really, really useful here. And if you're used to running and gunning, you're going to have to change up your strategy. You're just going to have to make sure you understand what this loadout is looking for. So let's actually hop.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't go, maniacally running around with the drill. In some of these cases, you really have to be thinking about what you're doing here.
Definitely.
Cool.
So let's take a look at the game.
The Rapture family continues the scourge of splicing and of creating new little ones. To steal Adam from Lamb is the only way we might break the cycle.
Daddy, you always save me from the monsters.
So we've got the little sister. We know where the body is. There's only one body in this particular trial, so you won't have to worry about defending multiple places or going to multiple places. We know we want to position our traps all around this particular area to guard the little sister right here. But let's get a lay of the land before we get into the combat. In this case, you don't have to worry about the splicers just yet because we haven't put the little sister down. So the vending machine up here on the second floor, Jason can go back here later and get some more ammo. And we get an idea of some of the tactical space around here as well. So the body's down below. We can see that this floor loops around up top. And now that we've got a good idea of the space, let's actually head back down to where the body is, and we can start placing some traps. So like I mentioned, Cyclone Trap 2 is a great one to use. You can charge it up with other plasmids, Electro Bolt, even Cyclone Trap 2 itself. Does a lot more damage when it's charged up. Putting it right near the body is a great idea, because this is where we know that the splicers are going to come from. Trap rivets are great too. Your stairwells, doorways, hallways, things like that, where splicers are going to be focused on coming through. And there's even trap spears. If you don't know exactly where they're going to be running, you can use these to be a little bit more lenient on your placement. And of course, prox mines are a lot of fun. Another radius-based damage. You don't have to be so exact with them, but they're good tools to set up. So we've got a pretty good perimeter now. We can go ahead and put the little sister down, and we'll start up the combat. The scoring in this particular mode is a little bit different from the original game as well, because you are actually scored, and you're scored based on the amount of Adam that you're getting from little sister. And something else that we've added to this new game mode is an Adam multiplier. So the longer the little sister goes without being interrupted, the more Adam you'll actually receive. So really playing to the strategy of the loadout, sort of mastering these particular tools, understanding how they work together is going to be key to getting the most Adam that you possibly can.
And we see there that you're earning money for killing splicers.
You are earning money for killing splicers. You can use that money to go to the vending machines, buy more med kits, Eve hypos, ammo. And that's another addition to this particular game mode, again, to make it more fast-paced, more action-oriented. But before Jason decides to go get more ammo, he's going to want to set up another perimeter here. And this is to ensure that the splicers stay off of the little sister. So he put Decoy 2 down there as well, and Decoy 2 is another great tool because it damages splicers who attack it. But he put up his perimeter, he can grab some ammo, and he can make sure that his multiplier, his Adam multiplier, stays up there.
And you have a little bit of a window for when the splicers are attacking the little sister before the combo is interrupted.
You do, yes. So the action gets a little bit more intense in this particular trial with a brute. The brute's going to pose more of a challenge along with the other splicers who are attacking. So now Jason has to deal with the onslaught of the brute, the other splicers who are trying to attack the sister. This is going to really challenge his strategy. Oh. Ouch.
Wow.
So unfortunately, he didn't make that one. But it looks like that's because he changed up his strategy a little bit. He got a little bit overwhelmed halfway through there. The brute came down, there was a lot more splicers attacking the little sister, and he just wasn't able to keep the strategy up of using the traps the most effective way he possibly could. But we can see that there's a little bit of information he has here. He didn't unlock any stars because he didn't complete the trial. Unlocking stars is what will unlock new environments to play in, as well as BioShock 2 concept art. We did get to see the total amount of Adam that we collected here. And this gives you a relative score of how well you did throughout the trial. And had we succeeded, we would have also been graded C, B, A, or even A+. And A+ is if you do a perfect trial and the little sister doesn't get taken away from the Adam gathering at all. And so this is just a taste of the Protector trials.
Nice, and looks really, really intense. And what are we looking at in terms of platforms and release dates?
It should be coming out on the Xbox 360, the PS3, and the PC on August 3rd.
Thank you for joining us, Ryan. That was your first look at the Protector Trials DLC for BioShock 2. Now let's go back to you guys at the show.